Hey KB, how's it going? Just got to remember where all my stuff is now. I've had to do a lot of rearranging. Because, well, for this new project that we're starting today, I've made myself a whole new background. I've made, yeah, all sorts really, actually. Yeah, it's interesting, to say the least. But obviously, being relatively new still, I would still consider myself new. A lot of learning as well. So this is what we've got going on. So we have a count here. That is how many Pokemon I need. Currently we're working on Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. I am going to be completely refreshing my Pokemon home, because a lot of the Pokemon in my Pokemon home, not gonna lie, they're just from here, there and everywhere. They're random balls from random games, etc. I wanted to have it a lot more consolidated. One of the things that I've been working on, obviously this is Gen 4. I've been working on this for some time now, obviously shiny hunting in Gen... well, you can see by the spreadsheet here. So I'm getting all of the base forms in the original games that they come from, because I want everything to come from as early as possible. So Galarian Weezing, for a prime example. The Galarian Weezing that I now have has come from a coffin from Generation 1. Or the Virtual Console games, which in my opinion is even cooler because it's got the little Game Boy symbol. And so my plan is to go through each game, each generation, completely rehash my Pokemon, catch all of the base forms in their original games where they first came out, catch all of the shinies in any of the remakes that have happened. Obviously this spreadsheet, as you can see here, only goes up to Gen 4, because beyond Gen 4, there are no remakes, unless you want to count PLZ being a remake for Gen 6. So that's my current plan. Once I've done Gen 4, we'll have a look at Gen 5 going from there, because obviously technically Black, White and White 2 are remakes, but they're not, but they are. And I guess you could argue the same for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon being remakes, but I'd say they're more DLC. Black and White less so, but Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon feel very DLC. So yeah, that's the plan. I've obviously got my spreadsheet here so that we can tick off everything as we get them. I am using an emulator, so I will be using PKHex to move all of the Pokemon around onto a proper save file, to transfer them through bank and all of that. So the Pokemon, as far as capture and everything like that, are fully legit. I just don't have the means or the tech or anything of the sort to be able to do the full shebang legitimately, because I've got DSs, but I don't have capture cards for the DSs. I don't have all of the games. I've got a lot of the games, but I don't have all of the games. I don't have the technical facilities to be able to set all of this up, to be able to do this in an official capacity. So I am scuffing it a little bit, but all of the Pokemon will be legit. They're going to be transferred through Pokemon Bank legitimately. I'm counting it. So yeah, that is the plan. That's the plan for this series. You may also have noticed, if any of you are following me on YouTube, I have changed the name of my YouTube to Burgie Plays Live instead. That's because once I'm finished with this generation in particular, I will be creating a full-length video, like an actual, my first proper YouTube video. And I didn't want that to get lost in the ether of all of my live streams, because obviously just on my YouTube at the moment, what I've got is just raw live streams, and I don't want a proper video to get lost in the ether of all of those videos. So I'm going to create a new channel for just my pure YouTube videos, and that will all be uploaded there. I haven't created it yet because, to be honest, this Gen 4 is probably going to take me a little while to do. As I said, I've been doing this project now for a good few years now. When I did the shiny hunts for Gen 1, for example, I did them in fire red, leaf green, and I did it at like 3-4 times speed, and it still took months of shiny hunting some of those Pokemon, especially when you've got to get, like you can see here, I need Bidoof male and female shiny because I'm doing a full form dex. Shaman Land and Sky over here on PLA because I'm doing a full dex. So what I... Oh, that's interesting. Sorry. Yeah, what I don't want is... yeah, so the issue that I ran into with Gen 1 shiny hunting was I needed to get a female Bulbasaur, which means I had to fight not only the 1 in 8 odds to get a female, I also had to contend with the 1 in Gen 3 technically, so the odds were still 8,196, I think it is. So yeah, it took some time. Obviously, we do have a slight advantage in BDSP and PLA. A lot of the Pokemon from PLA, I've already got a save file set up in PLA where I've perfected the entire Pokédex, because when PLA came out, much like what you've seen me do with PLZ, I absolutely destroyed it. Lowercase, because I've made that mistake before and it makes your name look awful. So yeah, we're starting fresh. I am going to use some save scuffing to get all of the starters so that I don't have to sit here and like just restart all of this stuff over and over again. Oh no, I wanted to call him Barry. I always call him Barry. Yeah, I am going to use some save scuffing to get all of the starters because I'm not going to sit here and go through all of this for the sake of the stream. That's boring. I'm gonna get bored. And yeah, I think the only issue with this, I guess it kind of is a challenge, the only issue with this challenge is going to be Pokeballs, actually, because I want to catch all of the original base forms in Pokeballs. And that can get very expensive very early on, especially with Gen 4 because of the sheer amount of gender differences right in the early rows. You've got the Starly line, the Bidoof line, the Shanks line. All of their evolutions have gender differences. It's a lot. So, yeah. Welcome to the new project. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, so you can see here on the spreadsheet here, for PLA, I want to specifically get these from PLA, so that will involve getting a whole new save file, restarting, because I've fully completed mine. So I'm going to need a whole new save file just to get 4 Pokemon. But it could be fun. I don't think I'm going to go through and try and perfect the Pokédex to get all of these shinies. But I'm also going to need to save scuff for the fossils, for example, because I'm not gonna sit here and try and do a million profiles to try and go through each individual thing and get all of that. You might notice there's a couple of Pokemon missing here. Further down the bottom here, for example, I'm not 100% sure where they go, but Glaceon, Leafeon, Togekiss, etc. What I was saying earlier about Weezing being the first example is that with Weezing coming from a Gen 1 coughing, I've also done that for Eevee, Togepi, etc. Any Pokemon that can come from an earlier gen, Yanmega, Tangrowth, etc. Any Pokemon that can come from an earlier gen, I've already caught it in those earlier gens. Like my Hisuian Typhlosion, again, for example, came from gold and silver. It's been so long since I last played Pokemon Platinum. I played it to death when I was a kid. Because I skipped Gen 5, so for the entirety of Gen 5's life, I was still playing Gen 4. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum. I never had Diamond and Pearl. So it was purely Platinum. I immediately need to change my setting. I want our attack speed to go faster. Fast. Don't care about any of that. Do we care about that? Yeah, we'll leave that on. Oh, most of these are boring. Oh, that's cute. Ah, the classic saving a lot of data. Damn. It's been 1 minute. How are you saving a lot of data? But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll reach a point where I'm going to catch my starter. Get given my starter. And then I will save in front of it, back up the save. Pick my starter. Stick the save file somewhere. And then rinse and repeat that until I've got all of the starters. I've already sort of designated myself a team as well to make this process a little bit quicker. I know where I'm getting everything. Well, not everything. I have a rough idea of where I'm getting a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I'll go to Barry's house. Sorry there for Barry. I forget how much Barry reminds me of me. When I have my manic moments, this is basically what I'm like. It's very amusing. Oh, I need those running shoes. What I'm also going to do is my team I'm going to have completely separate from the Pokemon I'm taking off, because what I don't want is these level 100, if I ever get that far, level 100 EV, IV, well, you can't IV train in these games, can you? Yeah, just trained up Pokemon with max EVs, stupid levels, random balls, etc. I don't want them putting into my Pokemon home, so the teams will stay with the games. Since I've got the emulator as well, I have actually played Diamond and Pearl. My friend lent them to me because he had both copies, and so I ported the game to the emulator so I could play it. And there's a couple of just tiny little differences between Platinum and Diamond and Pearl, other than obviously the Pokédex being 210 for Platinum. Because again, as I said, I've played these to death, I know even that much. Yes, I will never recklessly endanger myself again. I'll just go to the I forget what you call it, well, Mount Coronet. I'll just go to Mount Coronet and save the world for you. I'm pretty sure that puts me in perilous danger, but okay. Yeah, so here's where I'm going to save it and then back up my save. You'll obviously have to bear with me while the screen goes completely black. Oh, that's what that looks like. Okay. And then copy that. I'm just trying to make sure I can find everything quickly and easily, because what we don't want is me sitting on my in my PC files for 10 minutes in between each save, because that again doesn't sound very entertaining. There we go. Cool, so that save's now backed up. So what I'll do is I'll pick my starter, steal the save file, rinse and repeat until I've got all 9 starters done. We might as well just go in all. It always confused me. She's like, "Excuse me, please let me pass." And I'm like, "Go on then." So yeah, there we go. That is Turtwig ticked off. I'm going to highlight them in green when I've got them, and then I'll highlight them in yellow when I need to evolve them. Yeah, I've got to do that first time. Ugh. What if I say no? So I've got decent IVs so that when I tackle them to death it actually works. And then you see I've obviously got the 6 rings here, that is as one would expect for my party. At the moment I don't have my party because obviously I'm saving it and changing. But I will, when I actually pick my start, I'll be updating these for when I update the actual team as well. Please don't tell me you're planning on Lyrium one-shotting me, because that's very rare. In theory, this should be a GG. One can hope, anyway. Yeah, check me out winning my first battle. I got 69 XP. Nice. I've had as a perfectly good cushion next to wherever I sit there. Not stand, I suppose, because there's no sitting in the game. I forget how much starters at the start of this game. And now you see why I want to do this, or why I'm going to use my save file manipulation, because I'm not going to sit here and go through a minimum of 9 minutes every time I need a new starter. 9 times 9 is 81. I'm not going to sit here for half of the bloody stream at that point. Oh, that's interesting. I need to put you somewhere else. If I... Yeah. I've got designated folders for everything. My PC is so well organised. You, Turtwig 1. Delete you. Grab you. And open you. There we go. There is Turtwig number 1. Why do I feel like Grottle spelled with 2 T's? That actually looks like that's better. Oh no, it is 1 T. That was not right. Okay. Yeah, and I've got my little account here that I can update. Number 1. There. Turtwig again. Highlight Grottle in yellow. That wants to work. There we go. Yeah, let's try saying no to this battle. It might let me prepare or something. I don't know. I doubt it, because what on earth could I have to prepare? But you never know. Yeah, he's going to put me in a text loop. Perfect. Yeah, so it's still going to take some time to get all of these starters, but it's going to take me a lot less time than it would have if I was going through this entire stuff. Oh, I've got 22 HP this time. That means I've got a better HP spot. Because I used to move that will actually do damage. Oh, we missed. Well, this battle's probably a GG. That's fine, I kind of want one of each of the starters at base level 5 anyway, because obviously that means they're untouched, which is kind of the goal. It's kind of bugs me slightly if my starters are all level 6. I think we're going to win this one as well. Alright, well, I'll deliberately lose the next one. Just so that I've got that level 5 territory. And we've already seen this dialogue, so I'm going to quickly blaze through it. spamming the A button cripples you every time. Yes, yes, override the save. We've got starters to be obtained. The only issue with doing it like this, though, is that all of my starters will have the same unique ID. Not unique ID, trainer ID. One more time. We can move on to Chimchar. Must actually remember to do that, otherwise I'm going to end up grabbing multiple Terratwigs that I don't need. And then I'll have to reset each time. And let's not have this take any longer than it needs to. So he does not have very good stats. I'm not going to sit here and try and re-roll for decent IVs or anything like that. We're just going to crack on, to be honest. Can't be asked. I'm not going to deliberately go out of my way to EV train over. I'm just going to play through. Oh yeah, I want to lose this one, don't I? Well, that's going to raise my defense. Oh, he's just going to lower it. Okay, fine. Well, the reason I want to get Darkrai, Shaman and Arceus from PLA, and I will be saying Arceus, I've been convinced it's Arceus my entire life, well, my entire life, the duration of Arceus being conceived, is because you're actually locked into where you can get shiny legendaries from. So I want to obviously get as many of the shinies from remakes, as I said, but Manaphy needs to come from Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. I'm not doing that. I'm immediately going to spoil it and say I'm not going to sit here and do the Pokemon Ranger thing for Manaphy eggs. Loads of people have done it. No, I'm not doing it. I am going to cheat and I'm going to use the one that you get as a gift from Pokemon Home because I've already completed that. It's sat in my box waiting to be claimed on my mobile app. And this Chimchar does not appear to want to actually attack me. I'm not really sure what to do about that. I forget how dumb the AI used to be in some of these games. Oh well, we're gonna have to kill him. Whatever. Both goes on. I'm gonna sit here and wait for this Chimchar to kill me all day. Let's work out up to 3. Perfect. Right, on to Chimchar now. I feel bad because I don't feel like this is particularly entertaining, and this is quite long, but also at the same time, it's the first part. We're right at the start. This was gonna take a while. So, we'll get to the bulk of actually doing stuff in a bit. Oh. No, it's gonna be long at that time because I was trying to deal with Barry and his stupid AI. Right. Gym jar this time. Let's not pick. Yeah. There we go. One thing I did notice about my YouTube videos as well, though, is they're awfully quiet. Like, the volume that I regularly watch YouTube on is, on my soundbar, is like 2 or 3, which is, that sounds insane, I know. But I watched one of my YouTube videos earlier just to see, because it got uploaded, my Metroid video got uploaded earlier. So I was having a listen, and the audio is so quiet. Like, it sings. Obviously me talking in the game audio, you can hear both quite nicely, but it's just really quiet overall. So I did some research, and apparently I've got to play with my PC settings rather than my OBS settings. OBS is what I'm running to stream to Twitch, by the way. But yeah, apparently it's not my OBS settings. I've got to fiddle with my PC settings, so I'm going to do some research into that and hopefully get that sorted. Because right now my audio is so skew if it's unreal. Like, my game audio is on 8%, but my mic audio is on 100. That should not be balanced. There's no way 108% should equal this very similar amount. But we move. I'll get it sorted. And hopefully, you've growled me to death, haven't you? Rude. Yeah, but hopefully we get that sorted, and then it should equalise. There's nothing worse than watching like different YouTubers. Like, if somebody watches one of my videos and then they're like, oh, I've got to turn the volume up, and then they go and watch somebody else and they're like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's so loud. Or like, if I get monetized on YouTube, having adverts in my videos, which upon research isn't up to me apparently, so I will apologise in advance for that. Yeah, but you know, if I get monetized on YouTube and then advert interrupts my video and my audio volume is really quiet, the advert's going to be at normal volume, so that's going to be so loud, and I don't want that. So I'll do some research, I'll get it sorted. And that brings my count to 4. Yes, very nifty. It's much quicker now that I've got all that set up though. Sounds good. It'd be really amusing if I accidentally got a random shiny starter while doing this. I must admit, it's interesting playing an older game when I've just come from the latest game and seeing the UI differences that they've made to Pokemon over the years. Like, you know, IV training, or hyper training now, you know, it made PvP accessible for everybody. Being able to see my stats conditions. So right now I know that my attack has been leveled 3 for however many stages. There's no way to check that like there is in current games. There's no way to... There's no super effectiveness on moves. You just need to know the typings, etc. Like, there's just so many little quality of life things that they've done over the years that you just don't notice that they've done until you see the stark contrast between playing an old game and playing a new one. No, let's not start renaming the spreadsheet. Oh, Chimchar was supposed to be highlighted green because he's already evolved. There we go. another one. Cool, one more gem task go, and then 3 more, and we're done. I think for the starters, I might grab those in PLA. What I don't want to do is I don't want to sit in PLA the whole time and have like really super good odds and just spam that. Because I know the shiny charm doesn't work properly in BDSP, but you do have the Poke Radar. So I would like to actually do some shiny hunting in PDSP. Obviously there's always breeding, but I'm sure you guys don't want to sit and watch me pick up eggs and hatch eggs for hours on end. So yeah, between PLA and I want to try and get a lot from BDSP, but I'll see how it goes, to be honest, and how motivated I stay for shiny hunting in BDSP. Because the Poke Radar is not the easiest thing, but also in BDSP you've got different gens of Pokemon. It's not as simple as all of the Pokemon I need in one route. Well, not in one route, but one route's not going to have all the Pokemon I need, it's going to have a bunch of random crap as well. So, if I keep getting a bunch of shinies that I don't actually need, then maybe we'll rethink, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Try a physical defense this time. 4 damage instead of 5. I just had a proof point, didn't I? I think I'm going to actually lose this one. Oh, don't know. The only one I actually want to win is when I actually pick my starter. Because it's not mandatory to win, is it? No, cool. No, you never have to actually win the first fight, I don't think. Is that applicable for all games? I think there's so much hand-holding in the later games that you can't actually lose them. Like in Sword and Shield, when Hop had the Wooloo, you kill his Wooloo, level up to level 6, unlock your type effective moves. They picked your weakness rather than your strength like they do in this. Obviously right now I picked Chimchar, so he's got Piplup, which is my weakness. In the newer games, they pick the opposite. They pick the Pokemon that you are strong against. So then, yeah, you got your super effective moves. You basically just one-shot. Yeah, I don't need to listen to these instructions again. Apologies. Yeah, so you basically just end up, well, basically just guaranteed victory. I think if you lose those first fights, something went severely wrong with either RNG, critical hits, or something. Right, last 3, guys. On to Piplup. 5 damage and you've got 21 health. Now I've used my stock. It's nice though, because this will get obviously a lot easier when we're actually catching Pokemon, because it will just be a case of catch and forget. Whereas this, obviously, I'm doing save scuffing, so I actually have to sit and think about this. It takes time. Whereas when we're just running about and catching, I can just find where the Pokemon is, tick it off, move on. It's going to be a 1 HP clutch. Oh, this is fun. Nice. I got 67 HP for that. Interesting. What I might do in between streams as well is I might sit and level some of these Pokemon as well, because what I don't want is for fights to be taking several attempts, because obviously right now we're here for the catching. What I don't want is all of these fights to be taking absolutely forever, because I haven't done any proper leveling, and then we just sit here watching me lose over and over again. Because as entertaining as that might be, I'd rather not sit here and just lose. Oh, 20 HP down. HP stat is low. Actually, going to attack me as well. There we go. Oh, high physical defense there. It still will be physical, but when did they bring in the special physical moves rather than physical special type split? Was that Gen 3 that got phased out? So Gen 4 would have the moves themselves be special and physical rather than type? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sit and try and remember what I said, relearn the physical special split. I also need to invest in acquire a keyboard. I'm not too sure if you guys can hear it on stream, but I feel like I have to be really conscious about making it be quiet. That is good to know. Thank you, KB. This is why I like having lurkers, to be fair, because I can still pose questions to you and still get information, really. It's useful. Right. Last one. Please have good stats. That's where I get a 6 IV shiny. Watch. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But even if I did get a shiny, I would still have to, I'd then have to do this again. Because I need a normal. Ooh, 20 HP. Ooh, I do not have a good HP still. Exactly. Not that does you any favours, but I'm pretty sure Empoleon is a special attacker. Not 100% on that one, actually. I said it, now I'm questioning myself. No, he is a special attacker. There's one thing that bothered me about these games though, actually thinking about it, because that's coming up, was the, what is it, when you reach a certain point in the, like, tutorial as it were, Dawn forces you to go home and tell your mum that you're leaving, and you cannot progress until you do that. And that is really, really annoying. Because in... oh, I don't know what game it is. I'm actually thinking about it. Hard Gold? Soul Silver? Your mum just randomly calls you. And it's just like, wait, you're leaving? Should have said... oh, come on, go away. Huzzah, freedom. Right, well, in case you didn't gather, Pokemon number 1 is Piplup. I also love this interaction as well because it's so accurate for someone with ADHD. I did it yesterday. I had I put the milk on the side because I was making tea, and then I got one out of the freezer because it was running low. I then went back to the fridge and grabbed more milk, and then I just sort of stood there in the kitchen holding a full 4-pinter of milk with an almost empty one on the side, with one that I've just gotten out of the freezer as well. I was like, why on earth are there 3? What is going on? And Barry here has completely forgotten we don't have Pokeballs. We ain't catching shit. I feel bad though, we're at 9 after an hour. But I feel like once we get Pokeballs, that's going to ramp up pretty quickly. Once we can buy Pokeballs, anyway. P-O-K accent. Thanks, Barry. That's a perfect opportunity to do some form of leveling at the very least. Because I have no doubt I'm going to run into a bunch of Pokemon while trying to get them. Oh wow, grass tile number 2. Hello, Beef. I'm not going to do anything like Nuzlocke rules where I have to, like the hardcore Nuzlocke rules where I have to stay in certain level parameters or anything like that. I am just going to go absolutely ham, level as much as I want, fight whatever I want, I don't care. This isn't that sort of challenge. We are here to catch. Although if it would interest anybody for me to do certain challenges like that, I've never really done anything like that, so that would be interesting and something that I'd be curious about doing. I did do a randomizer once. I did, again, I've played Pokemon Platinum so many times. I did a Pokemon randomizer where each door you go through goes somewhere random. That was really cool, actually. Never managed to complete one. There was always like one random HM missing, or couldn't find the right path to get to certain locations and things like that. Because they're not all 100% completable. Obviously, you can get stuck really early on. But yeah. So if anybody's interested in me doing stuff like that, do speak up. I'm happy to. But for right now, that can go as part of the viewer vote, to be fair. Obviously Fridays at the moment are just kind of whatever I sit down and feel like playing. At the moment it is still DK. So tomorrow will be DK Day because I don't think anybody voted before Christmas. Oh, nicknames. If anybody watching would like a Pokemon nicknamed after them while I'm playing, or would like to pick a name for said Pokemon, do let me know, and I can sit and be commemorated in my Pokemon home with their nicknames. I think that would be quite cool, actually. Also, having watched the anime for Gen 4 and then watching how Dawn behaves in this, the stark contrast is really bizarre. I don't like Dawn in this series. In the game series. In the anime series, I think she's great. I just wanted to go into contests, and it really introduced contests quite nicely, actually. Because Gen 3, I feel like they were kind of just there. There was something that you could go and do. But, like, the Gen 4 anime made it look like this really big spectacle, and look at what you can do. You can use Ice Beam and Swift to make a frozen tornado of stars. Grand adventure. Sensational. That's another one. The quality of life things that I was on about earlier. TMs. Technical machines. They are one use in the old games. In new games, they have unlimited use. You get one copy. I mean, in the old games, you still get one copy, but it is one use. So you have to be really careful how you use your TMs as well. Kind of like how TRs work in Sword and Shield. But they weren't farmable, and you couldn't get multiples, it was ones. Thanks, Dawn. I will indeed not let it bother me. Yeah, so here we go. So now I've got to go all the way home, tell my mum that I'm leaving forever and I never want to see her again. Obviously. That's what every 10-year-old dreams of doing, right? Well, 10, 11. 11, yeah. I think way too hard about that. Yeah, and the reason I decided to set up like the party stuff in the bottom there was because I was thinking about it with the new games, like especially PLZ, like your party's like right there. It's so easy to see at all times. Whereas, again, the old games, you don't get to see any of that. What was the point of me healing at the Pokemon Center if you were going to heal my Pokemon? Yeah, the journal. You press A and you read through it and flip through your pages even though you're just trying to restart your save file. Sweet as. Let's go. Our adventure actually begins now. Well, our adventure begins. Our ability to catch Pokemon is still non-existent. Yeah, what I'm not going to do either is I'm not going to play through like each bit. I am going to go route by route and be like, right, Route 201, I can catch X, Y, Z Pokemon. Yeah, so Route 201 during the day. Oh, you've got day and midday and nighttime rates. Well, that should be interesting to think about. But yeah, for Planet, you've got Starly, Bidoof, and Krakatok. Krakatok can only be found morning and night, so we should be able to find Krakatok. Another Pokemon with a gender difference. No XP share. It's another quality of life thing. What else have you got? Yay. Thanks, Tom. There was another one I thought of then. Oh yeah, you don't get XP for catching Pokemon anymore either. Oh, well, in the old games. First Pokemon is a 10% Krakatok win. I didn't buy any extra. Oh no. I'll go fix that in a sec. And that was a female Krakatok. So we can take that one off, and that one's green because you're already evolved. Excellent. Bidoof. I want Bidoof for the team actually, so I won't take this one. Or maybe I'll catch the Bidoof I want, because I can manipulate the genders then. I'm not. And that is a female Bidoof. Let's go to the mart and restock up on Pokeballs. Since I'm 2 down already. Oh, Galarian Ball is a bonus. Forgot they added that in. Right, let's keep going. Oh, Bidoof meant to be colored green. off Bidoof, and I'll just need 2 more for Ezekiel. And what I'll do is, I'll spam catch all of these Pokemon, and then again off stream I'll sit and sort everything. Yeah, off stream I'll sit and sort all my boxes into number order and everything, so everything's all sorted, ready to go, ready to evolve and all that. I just realised our count says 120, that probably needs to be updated to 119 since I'm not getting Manaphy from from Pokemon Ranger. I'm not going to sit here and do that. So that's actually 119. And I think I'll just highlight that Manaphy to signify that that's what's occurring. I do need to get a Manaphy though for breeding to get Fiona. Can always do the DNS trick. Can I do that on an emulator? I have no idea. I'll do some research, find a way. Sweet, now we're making some headway. Yeah, I think what I'll do is anything that I don't actually need. So like, right now I'm just going to be getting Bidoofs and Cricketot. So once I'm done with Bidoof, which is now, apparently, I should be getting Starly actually, as well. 40%, 60% on Bidoof. And 10% for Cricketot. Interesting. I don't know why I haven't seen any Starly yet though, but whatever. My bad. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know why they went so ham at the gender differences in Gen 4, to be fair, because Gen 3 had a couple. Obviously, Torchic being the most torturous. Oh god, that took me so long. So obviously I was shiny hunting and making my way off a Sapphire. So it wasn't too bad. But trying to get the female starters 3 times. I think I ended up with like 14 duplicate shiny Torchics in the end, if not more. I don't even know. Because yeah, that was insane. Yeah, I forgot what gender you were. I think you were a girl, weren't you? Yeah. It's fine, we'll give you a nickname and we can see. Yes, you were indeed a girl. Perfect. So that is female Starly ticked off as well. We are making progress. nice. Good to get healing a second there. And dying in these games is bad because it affects your friendship level, and friendship is actually useless in these games because it doesn't. No, it doesn't give you the like saving grace kind of things like recovering from poison or surviving a KO or anything of the sort. Again, another quality of life thing that's different from the games. And that one was another female. I think the hardest part about this route is going to be Cricket. Well, Cricket Top. Obviously that 10% chance. See if that gets easier on any other routes. This one can go in the team. And that gives us party member number 2. It will, yeah. Once I finish catching in this area. Cool, so we don't need any more female Bidoof, and we can now just beat them up. There's our male, so we can now just beat up Bidoof, if I catch it this one. I just need more Starlies and Cricketers. I think I messed something up there. Alright, Cricketot. I'm just being stupid. I was like, why is there 16? Because Cricketot is down further. Right. Let's move some Pokemon around. I'll take that one for my team. Yeah, 2 males, 2 females, female Cricketot. Perfect. Cool. So we now have a Bidoof. And the only reason we want Bidoof for the team is to be a HM slave. Oh, I should have healed from Weezing. Again, another thing that has changed from the games, the HMs. In PLZ, you just use certain moves on certain things, like using water moves to clear out the poison sludge. In Scarlet and Violet, Koraidon just had everything. Sword and Shield, you had. What was the gimmick in Sword and Shield for HM? I don't think there were HMs. I don't think they were even needed. Obviously, Fly was taken up by the Corviknight taxis. female Starly line complete. Now I just need some males, please. Oh, no, I don't want you again, actually. Cool. Well, if I find another female Starly, that one can be added to the team as well. Oh, yay. Male. Ask me shall receive, apparently. Cricketot. Give me 3 Cricketots in a row. 2 of which be male. Oh, they do beat you up for XP. Perfect. That's the one we need. Perfect. And that means we now have 100 to go. I'm counting that as a milestone, because why not? Cool, so 1 male, Starly left to get, and then the rest is all Cricketot. Very nice. 2 to go. Apologies, my heat just came on. I really don't want that. It's very warm in my room right now. Yeah, progress is being made. We're doing good. Oh, and there's our final male Starly as well. Perfect. I always knew the Starly from the team, didn't I? Well, needs a strong one. Pokemon. Need someone who can fly. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Starly can learn like cut and stuff like that, so helpful on a couple of fronts at the very least. There we go, and there's my Starly for the team. Oh, I leveled up as well. Nice. Wait, leveled up. I mean, I killed it. Did I accidentally punch it instead of try and catch it? Did I do stupid? Right, so what have we got in the party? 1 female, 2 female, 3 female, and 1, 2, 3 males. Yeah, I did. I punched it instead of catching it. Solid. In fairness, it is a 60% skew towards belief. And we know how Pokemon feels about its RNG. Jesus. Okay. Battle of the Bidoof. Got it. Four hour now or 5? I know it's at least 4 hour now. Okay, time to go here. Again. Apparently level 3 Bidoofs are really strong compared to level 2s. suppose that's the advantage of picking Turtwig, is you could just reach level 8 and then just sit and spam Absorb. But I felt like Piplup this time. I almost always go for Turtwig or Chimchar usually, because I quite like Chimchar. The fighting fire types weren't quite dead at this point yet, even though Chimchar was already the second one in 4 generations. 4 generations and half of them were firefighting types already. Poor. In theory, Bubble should do more damage because it should have Star. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I should be able to 2-shot everything though. I'll remember when I see a Starling at some point in the near future. And it don't kill it this time. Man, 60% chance my ass. 99.9. Right, bag, ball. I'm not going to have enough Pokeballs to do the Shinx line. Thinking about it. Because if I get 2 more Cricketops, then I've only got 4 balls left. And the Shinx line is obviously 3 Pokemon with gender differences, so 6. Slightly inconvenient. I don't know if anyone can tell. Can't sell the TM. Pretty sure you can do that, can't you? It's not like I'm going to use it. Yeah, 400 quid. Bang. Buy 3 more Pokeballs, which is 1 more than I needed. Sweet. Oh, wait. Oh, it's feet. Man, I'm very excited then. Gender skew for Cricketune. Why do I keep calling him Cricketune? No, 50-50 split. I'm just unlucky, apparently. for a nighttime cricketer, still 10% on the next route. So I might go over there to get the 10% cricketer still, but also to grab Shinx. Ah, so it begins. That did not take long at all. Wait, do you have an electric type at level 3? Surely not, right? And it looks that's going to make catching you all very difficult. A female Shinx. Perfect. Ah, back to the beetroofs. Good hope we can one for level 4, so that'd be great. Actually, no, it's much harder because I'm trying to catch stuff. Duh. Cool, and that's a male Shinx as well. So 2 of each obviously, and male Cricketots. But we're making good progress. least it's different from a beating fungus. Oh, what did I open my mouth? Yeah, the odds of it being Fight Night are 50% to be fair. So it is Crook top 10, Shapes 30, Starly also 10. Hey, another Shanks. Nice. Oh yeah, I need to get healed. Oh yeah, it's not yet a lot of a Diarrhea and I've got other Pokemon. They just want to be unreachable. Another male Shanks. Win. Oh yeah, go heal. Nice. 3 Shanks already. I don't have any members to add to the team for quite some time, to be fair, because I've decided to be really picky about what I want this time, but not really, so it'll be fun. Hey, another Shanks. Oh, I just... and he's still doing that. That would have been my last minute, wasn't it? Oh well, life goes on. I'm going to play it like that now. I think I'm going to stop running from anything that I don't want to catch now, because otherwise I'm going to end up over leveled for what I'm trying to achieve here. It's going to be real hard to catch Pokemon. Oh, sorry, fainted. Still need those Cricketune though. 10% chance I'll see more Starlight. Hey, a female. Nice. Oh, come on. Thank you for the crits, Piplup. That's so great. See, I knew this was going to be the hardest part of the challenge. I was dealing with percentage encounters, rather than just having everything there, or overworld spawns, things like that. I knew this was going to be a challenge. Well, the challenge. The part that makes this difficult is going to be percentage encounters. Because like 10% in theory is actually quite a lot. I think that's decent considering we've dealt with, you know, 5s, 10s, 1s in some cases. You know, so 10's not too bad. But when it's just a sea of Bidoof because Bidoof has 60% on this route, it's kind of insane. One more female Shinx, and I still need my 2 Crocodile. Hey, nice. I don't know if I mentioned it, but stream is going to be ending at Guild 11 today, rather than 12. Oh, this is on 27 already. Making good progress, to be fair. Cool, so now I literally just need Cricketot males. 2 male Cricketots. I thought it was going to like, boom, there you go, level. Asking you shall receive doesn't appear to be working right now. percentage chances of finding him, and they do seem to be 10% everywhere. I just wondered if there was a better route to find him on. The answer appears to be no. Just 10% and hope for the best. Yep, all 10%. Everywhere you can get him is 10% chance. I'm a huge fan of getting back-to-back counters at Bidoof though, not gonna lie. I at least want to get one before I go, because then I'm starting the next stream, which might be Sunday. I need to find out what's happening with PLZ PvP. But yeah, we'll get one, and then we'll move on. And then when we come back on Sunday, depending on what's happening with PvP, we'll get the other. So I'll grind out some levels off stream, because you guys don't need to / want to see that. I'm sure if you guys wanted to see somebody do their leveling montage, there's about a million of those elsewhere. And it's one of those things I can do in and around dealing with the kids and stuff like that. Just have my PC on and just be like, cool, there's a fight. And then just be able to get my son involved. Looking like we're going to get this cricket out, isn't it? Maybe we go back to Route 201, see what happens. I know it'll make no difference whatsoever, 10% is 10%, but I don't know, just sometimes going to a different route just feels better. Especially when you get it quite early, because you're just like, oh, that route was just broken. Okay, cool. Ah. stay in the grass there. But yeah, I think we'll call it there. It's a shame I didn't manage to get one of the Cricketots, but